Good day for the Bulldogs.
This
Bulldogs didn't allow a runner past first base all day. Your defense didn't have to do a whole lot out there.
They did not. Kate put in that work out there on the mound, and defense didn't have to do too much behind her.
And then tell me a little bit about your offense. You kind of got going there in the second inning and had some big hits from the bottom part of your order today.
Yep. So, we talk about this week, we just got to make that small adjustment, have one at-bat through, you see what you get, and then you make just that small adjustment. And I think the kids did a really good job of doing that today. Made the adjustments and got some good hits going and got some runs in.
Yeah, they sure did. And tell me, as a coach, knowing that you have the pitching staff that you do with three phenomenal pitchers for the Bulldogs. You send out, Kate today, and she strikes out 15 of 16 batters. How does that, as a coach, what are you thinking, and how does that, make your team feel, et cetera?
Yeah, it gives them a lot of confidence. They know their pitchers are working for them, and the defense always does a good job behind their pitching staff, and, I feel like that makes the momentum go our way, especially gives us, a little bit of a breather when we get up to the plate, gives a little bit more confidence because they know defense and pitchers really going to be working for them today, and so just got to relax up there at the plate and get some hits.
Yeah, hey, Coach, quick question about your base running. One thing that I noticed today, your girls were in position to take that extra bag at all possible, and you just saw the extra. Kennedy legged out a ground ball to second base.
Yep.
How much time do you spend in practice on base running in situations like that?
We do as much as we can. Right now we're playing a lot, so we don't have a ton of practices at the moment, but, before we start playing, we try to incorporate the base running. We, do the live situations, and so when varsity's out there doing the live situations, JV's running for them, so they're working on their base running, and then vice versa. So the varsity kids get, that opportunity to get some live base running there too. And, we always say it's important to run everything out because you just don't know. And Kennedy obviously had that one today. She ran it hard, and she ran it out and got that base hit out of it. So it's important to do that at any about even a pop-up. You just never know when it's going to drop.
Yep. And Coach, Dan and I in pregame were talking about you're aiming for your fourth conference title in the last 4 years. So that would be a conference title for every year for your seniors.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what you think that means to them. And, Suburban Blue Conference has had some really good teams in the past, and you seem to find your way to the top. Kind of tell us, what have you done to ensure that, and what have these seniors actually brought to the table?
Yeah, the seniors have been there before, and so, they kind of help those lower kids that, maybe not necessarily been part of the conference, and just kind of show how important it is just to, play hard every single game, and we just try to go out there and have our best game and, play good ball and hopefully get the wins and get that conference championship. But ultimately, we're looking postseason. That's, the biggest goal is to get past districts and keep moving on.
Yep, absolutely. And, last week you had two conference games. Neither one of them got finished.
Yep.
Can you tell us, what's going to happen there? What's the plan to finish those two games?
Yeah, so when Smithville comes to us on the 29th of September, we are going to pick up where we left off of that game. So we will be going into the bottom of the fifth. Smithville will be home in that situation. So we'll finish that full game, and then we'll have about a 15-minute break in between, and then we'll start our second game. And then the Excelsior game, we just completely did a new date for that one. So we're not doing a doubleheader with them. We're going to do October 8th, and we will pick up where we left off of that one too. So we were winning 5-0 in that one with 2 outs at the top of the first. So kind of just picking up games where we left off of them.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's not being nice to
They
you.
were not being nice to us.
Yeah. Well, great game again.
Thank
I
you.
love your situational hitting. I'm
Yep.
curious on, their clear plan was try to work you guys inside, but your gals were staying inside the ball.
Yeah.
That's a great job. So, can you enlighten us on your approach a little bit, or do you not want to put that over the airwaves?
Well, we just go out there and tell them to make that small adjustment up there, and, game situations are the time for them just to relax and have fun, and then practices is when we're going to come and kind of tweak a little thing if we see something different, because if you're throwing too much at them during a game, it's it doesn't help the situation. So just the small adjustments up there, and I think they do a good job with that. And then if there's something we need to work on, we do that at practice.
Okay. thanks so much, Coach, for joining us in
Thank
the,
you.
in the booth today. Great win, great conference win here, defeating the undefeated Winnetonka Griffins today, 10-0 after 5 innings.